Craig, what's important tonight to have success against?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's Montreal's always been a big rival game, so I think the intensity right away and playing good hockey with the puck and making this team get in their own end and playing their own end right away, like just putting the pressure on them. They got some great skill over there, obviously, and they got some guys in the back end that are highly skilled and can skate. So how we forecheck tonight and how we pressure them in their zone will be key element for the game tonight.
What stands out about Montreal and the way you play?
Well, they got good, like I just said, they got a lot of skill. They score a lot of goals, and so we're gonna have to play good defense and counter that with, if we do a good job defensively, we'll get some opportunities the other way. But they got a lot of skill on the back end and up front.
What led to the call up of Bo?
Well, we want to see guys, right? We want to see what they're all about, where they're at in their game. He's had a very good year down in the minors. So we just have some guys up here we want to take a look at.
Whose place is he going to?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet if he's going in tonight.
What stood out about him in camp?
Very intelligent player. He's a smart guy, student of the game. And what he surprised me is he went down to the minors and had a very good offensive year. So we'll see when we get him in there.
Is it harder to get your message across or easier when the team is in this predicament?
Well, I think it's always harder. Guys, they're feeling it, right? And it's always a little more difficult to try to pull them out of it, but that's part of my job, and to instill as much confidence in how we need to play and looking ahead. So tonight's game and how we need to play the game. So yeah, it's guys. You want to get out of this situation. You got to get uncomfortable, and you got to work and compete at a high level every shift.
So how do you get them to listen?
They listen. It's not always that easy. If it was that easy, not too many teams would lose games.
But Willie was just saying it's hard for him to stay optimistic at a time like this. Are you meeting with your leaders like him a little bit more often now, or how do you treat the mentality?
Yeah, no, I definitely grab guys individually and talk with them, and just what we talked about. Like, you got to work your way out of it. It's not just going to happen. It's got to be a team effort, but we need every individual to play at a high level, for sure. And I meet with the leaders. I don't know if I meet with them more than I normally do, but there's definitely conversations that are had.
You think it's harder for guys like him who just never experienced this at the NHL level?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's always been in there, and it's new for him for sure. But you gotta. Every player, team goes through adversity at one point in their career, and this is some adversity that he's normally not used to, and like I said, he's got to work his way out of it.
This is adversity that you're probably not used to either, so how are you handling it?
Well, I keep my head down and coach and try to get guys to play the best hockey they can play, and the team to play the best hockey they can play. That's how I handle it. I mean, nobody's happy we're in this situation, but you got to keep fighting and keep working and keep building and try to get better.
It's a very broad question. I understand you could probably spend 15 minutes talking about it, but how do you think this team got into this predicament?
Oh, I'm not going to speculate on all that now. I mean, I got asked this question the other day, and that's for another time.
What gives you hope that the team can pull themselves out?
Because I've seen it, and I've seen this team play extremely well since I've been here, and we have some great players, so I'm very optimistic.
What style of game will be needed from your group tonight to get the win?
Like I talked about, we gotta be a heavy forecheck team. We're gonna have to be physical, and if we do a good job with our forecheck and our physicality and good defense, we'll transition that into offense tonight. That's how we got to approach this game.